Just going through one of the local forests here. Look at all the yellow. Heaps of it. There's actually more back where I've already been. On this side here, there's a whole stack in there. Look at it all through here. You know what that yellow is? It's a plant called a wattle. And there's a whole stack of different varieties of wattle. And all these yellow flowers are obviously going to turn into seed pods eventually. And these wattle seeds are edible. There are a few varieties that have even been commercialised, although I haven't eaten the commercial ones. Apparently they grow them and they are available in a certain major supermarket chain. But just think in terms of edible weed status, or in this case bush foods, and look at it all over there, flipping stacks of it all through there. You would have no shortage of food out here if you got stuck out here in regards to these wattle seeds, which are like a high protein sort of a seed. They're actually quite good for you because of the high protein levels in them. Probably wouldn't be much different from eating something like sunflowers or something like that. But you know, I can drive for miles through this and it just never ends. It's literally like, I don't know, probably a quarter of the plant life here is just this sort of kind of plant. We go here, nice little fuzzy balls. These are only small ones. They've actually put these in behind a garden fence, probably so the roos don't attack them when they're small. Here's the other one. This is sort of more similar to the stuff I've got, the bigger leaves. Technically they're not leaves, so they reckon there's some other thing. That's all technical botany stuff that nobody cares about. I think you get a lot of pollen out of them sometimes if you rub them. Yeah, pollen mustn't be quite there yet, but I said they were about a quarter of the plant life, and honestly, like, let's look at it. There's damn near half the plant life here. The other half is just your average boring gum tree. These aren't terribly good for firewood. Well, they are, and the wood in them throws out about 1.5 times the amount of heat that, you know, normal wood will, but you want to cut it, you can just about kiss your chainsaw goodbye for sharpness, because it will blunt your chainsaw so quick it's not funny. And it is also absolutely drowning in creosote, as you can probably tell. It's sort of very black sort of a... And there's some of them you get like all the sap around the base of the plant, and then there won't be any other grass growing around the base of the plant, because they are very dirty sort of plants. But I'll find a big one and show you what I mean about all the sticky sap around the base and that. Actually, I just realised we ain't going to find any big ones. Bushfire come through this area. This is still sort of charcoal-y fired outside several years later on a gum tree. I remember this. This joint looked like the moonscape after the place had been burnt out. All the trees are still pretty badly scarred from the fire, especially up to a certain height where the brush originally was. But all these are young trees. They've only come up after the fire, which is why they're literally half the growth. Well, they're basically the only small stuff that's come up out of the remaining stuff that survived. While we're here, there's a nice little flower. Oh, native. Yeah, it looks a lot more pink in the camera, not as, in real life, not as blue as the camera's showing it. Anyway.